You're listening to M Soul Deep in the mix. Give a deeper sound to your life.
It's time for Power Hour.
Almost like a powder. Brown man. It's very fine.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the getting really close to Christmas live stream. The focus on metals because F your crypto. I mean, volatility index, lowest level since September 18th. Nvidia having a good day. A lot of different assets getting bids, and then you've got crypto, no bids. So whatever. I'm sure it could rally, right? We know a short squeeze. This is a level where a short squeeze could certainly happen, but whatever. Just changing the title of the stream from Bitcoin Live to Metals Live because they deserve it, man. Are you kidding me? Gold all-time highs. So we're going to start the stream with that. Hope you're having a good day. All right. So real quick, Jesus chimes for gold and silver. They both had their highest daily candle close ever just an hour ago. Yeah, 3-time levered ETF, SHNY, shiny, so shiny indeed. They gapped this thing up. You know, this gap will fill. We thought silver, the gap was going to fill. It didn't fill. It'll probably fill at some other point, but here you are, man. Right now, as I'm speaking to you on the new day, 9 minutes ago, the reopening. We're at all-time highs as I'm speaking to you right now. This is crazy. We got mania. But what a clean breakout we saw, taking out that October 20th, 43.81.44. Just huge candle. When's the last time we had a candle like this? You'd have to go back to November 10th. So gold's starting to perform really well again, as it had been just kind of meandering. Well, silver stole the show and dominated, and then after silver we had the other metals. So give credit where credit's due. I've got this channel here. Maybe we're nearing the top of it. I wonder if there'll be a little supply here, 44.77, or are they just going to take it to 4,500 immediately? So, wow. Something's going on in the metals market, and you're allocated properly. You care about trends. This has been the place, man. Look at this. Silver. Record close of 69,000. I'm sorry. Bitcoin, $69.45. And you know, what I did was I'm like, what's going on more locally with Fibonacci, like the structures, Fibonacci, the ascending triangle, the high point and low point of it. Well, the 2618 fib extension, 68.89. They had tested that, and you had a pretty big pullback intraday, and then in power hour for metals, I guess the last 2 hours of trading, they pushed this thing back up, and somehow they closed it above the 2618. So, gotta imagine we'll probably see some sideways, right? I mean, good God, this thing's going nuts. I mean, are we gonna see 70 today? I have an alert set up. If we did, you are less than $1 from $70 per ounce of silver. It is spectacular. I mean, think about, since that trade setup was posted, silver up 35% in 27 days. Unbelievable. Unbelievable TA respect. You could just never dream how perfect it was going to be, the spring back test of the 2011 old all-time high. That's the stuff that's really, I think, if you are learning, you're on your trading journey, and you're looking to I guess again learn things, this is where it clicks. This is where the light bulb turns on for people. I think that different assets, respecting the TA in their own ways, everyone, it clicks for people on different assets all the time. And I think that was a genuine point with the bullish dragon on the 4 hour, the bullish divergence at the same time, the slightly lower low, local low. It was everything you could have dreamed of. And it's just taking us to levels that, quite frankly, are insane. Okay. Have you checked your portfolio if you have been where the money is? Because this thing going nuts, and there are just multiple reasons why. Okay, multiple reasons. One being the structural deficit, where it would require an entire year plus of mining silver globally to catch up with the demand. That's one aspect of it. Second aspect, well, you've got revolutionary and technological breakthroughs in batteries with Samsung, requiring lots of silver for that innovation. And my God, if it's real, like I can't imagine where silver is going to be if it's needed. If this breakthrough in battery technology goes mainstream, and all like 20% of all electric vehicles utilize this technology, you have to be at $100 an ounce. So we'll see if that happens. But then the other aspect is, a lot of, I know we talked about the bond market. There's still sovereign entities purchasing U.S. bonds, but instead of bonds, in China, they're tapering. They're buying metals in the stead of bonds. And you also have BRICS, and you have the fact that a lot of countries just, 2022, this all kind of started with the U.S. Biden weaponizing the U.S. dollar against Russia, seizing Russian assets, all of Europe doing the same thing. And that really hurt things. That's where a lot of countries decided they would rather. This is like an insurance policy, owning gold and I guess silver now. So you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of different reasons why silver's been doing what it's doing and could continue to run, because it's a 40 plus years, 45 plus year breakout. If you remember the monthly, remember this is Metals Live chat. Just tune out if you're obsessed with Pundicoin. Tune out. Then for you. You can come back. When Pundicoin starts pumping again, you can come back, dude. We'll change the title of the stream. So we're in log scale right now on silver. Okay. Just remembering the Fibonacci. Coupled handle, man. Forget coupled handle for now. Just, even though it's insane, it's like actually crazy. 45-year coupled handle breakout. But let's look at just the 2011 cycle top to the low point from 2020 and understand we are fast approaching the first Fibonacci extension, again, in log scale, 73, 78. I mean, that is the short-term target. That's, hey, if you're going to break this and it's real, you're waiting on 73, 78.
Weekly chart. Is this a big double bottom? Cheers.
What's up, Anon? We'll look at Platinum Metals Group or whatever it's called. Yeah, thank you, dude. PLG, that was showing forms of accumulation for a while. We'll take a gander, okay? Thank you. We got 8 days till the end of the year. The monthly going for another record. Let's look at the 1 year. The 1 year candle. Each candle represents 12 months. There it is. I mean, that is where the cup with handle looks godlike. Cup with handle on 12 month, each candle, 1 year. Where are they gonna take this in 8 days and 23 hours, 9 days, whatever? I mean, your 1414 is $90. Your 1618 is $121. Your gold mean ratio. So make of that what you will. And what's crazy is someone out there who's psychotic could, it would be valid too. They could anchor from the 1980 Hunt Brothers mania high to the low from 1991, and you get different fib nodes. For real, the 1272 is $99.61. So let's just say $100 or $99.99. 1414, 145. The golden mean ratio of the 1980 high, the 1618, is nearly $250. 2618 is $517. These are unfathomable levels. I feel like I'm almost talking about XRP to 589, bro, but not really. These are actually feasible levels that could be achieved via math and market cap and all that, and the fundamentals of what's going on. XRP never going to hit $589. It's impossible. You'd have to have the market cap the size of the effing Death Star. There's not enough money in the world for that to exist, so it's physically impossible. So it is different, but it feels crazy to even talk about $100 an ounce silver, much less 145 or 250. Oh my God, what was that? I have noise canceling on, but there was like, it's supposed to be fireworks, but it sounded like an explosion. And I saw lights too. Did y'all see any lights? Like flicker? Anyone? Maybe that was the CME or the comics exchanges imploding. So just wanted to spend a little time on silver, because why not, man? It's been earned. Been earned. You wanted log scale fib extensions locally, which I don't think is really that big a deal. A 2618 $72, which is in line with the 2011 highs. $73 1272. I mean, X marks the spot. $72 to $73 target. It's kind of been a harder target when we do look at those more scaled out views of silver. Anyway, crazy, man. I think we have an alert set up if all-time highs. Yeah, you figure this gap will fill, but the gap never filled. Thought it would. They just pumped it. This one seems like, yeah, we'll probably get a $69 at least fill before whatever, but maybe, who knows, man? Like whatever, acting like we know. You just think it would be common, it would be normal. So anyway, crazy. Gold and silver up on the new day. And then we can look at, I mean, the other metals are just, it's crazy, man. Get platinum. Non-stop 17 plus year highs. Highest daily candle close on platinum since May of 2008. You know all-time highs is on its way. It's coming. You won't be able to stop it. So don't try. Just setting up this little zone here from the intraday high to the candle close, 2250, 2300. That's how close you are, man, to history, the historic zone. Sorry, this is the one I have my work on the other chart. I'll try to plot the channel here too. Yeah, there you go. I mean, a clean breakout of that beautiful structure, that channel. Onward and upward. I mean, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 8-day win streak? Insane, dude. What's up, Beeswaxers?
Beeswaxers tipped $25. Merry Christmas. Hope life is going great for you and thanks for all the learning.
Beeswaxers, yeah, it's going great. It's going insane. Portfolio, Super Saiyan levels, you know, new Super Saiyan levels. Oh my God, they powered up. We can't believe the power level. It's insane. Right? Ringside, Jake Paul fight, mansion parties, hang with Johnny Manziel. I mean, all those things. Like, life's good in the penthouse. Everything's good. I mean, I just wish I could get, you know, more reach on YouTube, but we can't really, you know, hey man, be grateful for what you got. And I'll say life's been good. Been very good. We can always want more. We can always have more, you know, and that's probably the least of my concerns. Oh my God, YouTube subs and growth. Everything else is great. So, and it's the fact that like the people that are here that really do listen, that really like believe in the things I'm teaching, which are not my teachings from people that have been like 100 years of research and studying, analysts, right? That I'm a conduit from them to you. If you just listen to the teachings of them, I'm just the one teaching now, right? Because a lot of them can't, because a lot are dead, or they're boomers, or they're old, or they're not around. I'm paying homage to them, and grateful to have the opportunity and platform to do it. So, but those people that have been listening over these years, that really, they're not crypto bros, they are TA bros at heart now. Their portfolios probably all-time highs. All these setups, man, are killing it. The TA is being more respected than it ever has, I feel like. And I feel like the TA is just doing this, and its reliability, because AI and bots, everything is being programmed around what is being taught here, in my opinion. So, very grateful. Thank you, Beeswaxers. Hope you're doing well too. Palladium. 8-day win streak. 1853 was tested. That was a big level. That was the target level. Remember, above 1583, eventually 1853. If you break 1853, oh my God, 2000 and beyond. Look at maybe like 2300 and then 2500, then 2856. I think that's going to happen, man. Like you're going to have ups and downs, pullbacks, of course. But composite opera, remember the composite, man. Buying campaign for a couple years, or at least a year and a half, 18 months. He's going to get paid. And we've only hit the 38% retrace. So we're just in the very, very shallow spot of the golden zone. Remember, common retrace zones after big drawdowns and then reversals and retraces, 38% to 61.8%. So this could just be the beginning. I'm thinking probably closer to the 2400s, 2300s, and then later, after maybe some big pullbacks, eventually thinking the 78% retrace, 2856 from February 2020, that peak, and then maybe 3000 will be achieved at some point. Okay. If you don't know about Palladium, fundamentally, there has been, I didn't know this until a few days ago, but there has been an ongoing 13-year deficit, supply deficit. I think that is more than any other metal that exists. So just keep that in mind, man. Fundamentally, you got it all behind you. Wow, dude. And then copper. What happened on copper yesterday? Oh, just the highest daily candle close since July 29th. This is a patience man game. I mean, this is like something you just sitting in copper, man. You only care about the monthly, the 3 rising valleys continuation pattern. You're waiting for $6.30, $7 plus. You're waiting on it, man. It'll happen. Yeah, in time. And then aluminum, intraday aluminum hit its highest level since May of 2022. So multi-year highs on aluminum yesterday/today. And that's it. And then tin did pull back finally. But yet, guess what? On Friday, it was your second highest daily candle close ever. And it was the highest level since March 2022. So all these metals going berserk. Okay. Just wanted to get through them. Just wanted to show you. Something very special happened, though, not just on the metals themselves, but the miners. The SILJ, the Junior Silver Miners ETF, which is just an aggregate of different silver miners across the world, all-time highs. Really nice wave structure here. Thinking eventually, this is like a potential crab pattern. You're thinking eventually a target of like 3150 or so. Just gapped up. That gap very well may fill. Okay. But 3.8% up and up another 0.5% on the day after hours. So very strong, never before seen levels ever. And then many different silver and gold miners did things today, obviously, because this they are a blend of the silver metals anyway. So good stuff, man. This is your metals world. It's a metal market. Diabetes. I know, man. TNDM. Diabetes. Of course. American Airlines. Let's go. Rivian. Meh. Whatever. Rivian was down a little bit today. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? So I had a really hard workout today, and it is coming off of that ailment I had last week. Ugh, man. So I just energy-wise trying to keep it together here for you. We'll be... not sure if I'll stream tomorrow. I do have a flight to catch. I'll be heading back home for Christmas for a few days, and then we'll get back at it after Christmas. So anyway, that's your metals update. We can go to Bitcoin, whatever. Bitcoin, meh. Still same consensus as yesterday. One thing they finally did shortly after the live stream concluded, I believe, was they pumped this thing to finally test the supply line that stems back to October.
I'm thinking about getting metal legs, but they are very expensive now.
It's a risky operation, but I think it'll be worth it. Okay, Anon, thanks for 420, dude. We are all robots. We all have robot. You understand? Okay. It's beautiful, man. I mean, the TA respect. Like, it's just like you can't be that concerned about viewership or subs or anything like that when it's like your portfolio is just nothing matters, right? Life's good. But yeah, Bitcoin, they tested the supply line of the downtrend, and that's about it. You're flat on the day. I mean, literally, it's like nothing even happened. We understand. Okay. Only the high IQ people with aptitude can understand what I'm trying to tell you on crypto, where we understand that crypto's in a downtrend. It's garbage. They virtually killed the market in crypto October 10th. $20 billion liquidation, over 2 million accounts liquidated. People that had $40, $50 million positive P&L got liquidated, lost everything. They had been long crossed for years, and they had stop losses. They were responsible in their leverage. It didn't matter. The rug got pulled. They were killed. Okay, that killed the market. So we understand that. That's the trend right now. That's how things are. Sentiment-wise, it's terrible. No liquidity. Very few people trading crypto. But at the same time, these assets have been destroyed, and these altcoins are holding supports. They just are. You cannot say that they aren't right now. So if that's the case, if you're sitting at supports and they're holding them, there is always a chance for another bear market rally to take the assets to their next resistance points. That's where we are. It's hard to trust, very hard to trust, because bear market isn't, you know, the sellers are in control of the asset. But lately and locally, they've been putting in these higher lows and they've been holding. And if they continue to hold, give it enough time, a short squeeze could certainly happen. And that's where we're at. Okay. You cannot be surprised if this happens on Ethereum. You can't be. Just as easily, though, as you can't be surprised if this happens. I know, man. That's where crypto is. It sucks. It really sucks. Look at XRP. XRP, not as good of a situation at all as Ethereum. It really isn't. But see what I'm saying? This illiquid garbage bot-driven market where CZ just controls it and can do anything he wants at this point because he took everyone's money. They're trying to break support again. They really are. And on the 4 hour, they have confirmed that they're unable to break higher. And it's like, oh, someone could take a short-term small shot on the 4 hour, a short setup lower. But at the same time, it's just, how can you trust anything after such a devastating drawdown? Okay. Like just incessant selling. So in before, these freaks at Binance make the market and they just don't let the level break. Even though they're testing, it looks terrible. They might hold it and you might get a short squeeze. I can't be surprised. Really can't. Very, very fraudulent garbage market with virtually no one's trading it. Okay. You were trading against a bunch of bots that are looking to liquidate you and stop you out one way or another. It's very difficult market, okay? But the trend we know is very bad, very bearish trend. But you understand they could squeeze it. They could short squeeze everyone, all the short sellers, and take this thing up to freaking 209. And it's still in an effing garbage trend and putting in the lowest high. But think about what it does. They short squeeze everyone. They push the price up 10% plus. And it's still awful. Like that's the crappy thing about this market, man. Not at a strategic place for the best shorts, which is kind of the only thing that makes sense, because when you're in a downtrend, you're looking to short downtrends, but you're looking to short the tops of bear market rallies and downtrends more so. Or if there's some sort of extreme weakness, I'll show you what the weakness looks like on XRP. Right here. Right there. I mean, it looks just like the Litecoin setup that played out almost hit targets. It was like 2% away from the target. But, I mean, it's just more of the same garbage you're getting. Just weakness, sell off, a lower low, the lowest low, and then a rally rivaling the same local high, and then just all this garbage heartline of downtrend and rolling over again. It's just like, okay, you could take a shot on that if you want to be short. Understand it's a 4 hour swing trade, so this is going to resolve fast. You're going to get stopped out soon, or you're going to start having a positive P&L on your short real soon. This won't last. So it's not a daily or weekly trade like we typically like to do, because those are the most reliable trades in my opinion. But a 4 hour setup like this, why not just have a stop around 195, 196? If it fails, okay, you take on minimal losses. But if it succeeds, right, if the confirmation high at the inflection zone actually plays out, there is a lot of downside potential. It could be an amazing payout. So I just think it's like the reward to risk is kind of decent on the 4 hour on XRP here, but we'll see. Either way, very low conviction. This is just not the market, okay, to really be trading, but there's some education involved. It's just trying to identify like some psychology here. It looks weak. It looks terrible. The trend's bearish. So maybe this, what I'm identifying, like flip the chart over, man. Dude, come on. Like, look, if this was the trend and buyers were like breaking a key level, a resistance, and then back testing once, and then back testing twice here.
Arthur Roll Tide.
What's up, Emily? Beeswax. Thank you for the 1337. LEA. Father Vagat. Roll Tide. What was the? Is that a ticker? Is that a ticker? Young lady? What's up, Cristal? Well, I mean, Tom Lee, how can you short him? Because he's like saying both. He's saying short. He's saying way lower and way higher. Back to back. Like that's impossible. I don't even know what that means. Like that's, you can't. Kramer too. Kramer comes out every other day and says different things about crypto and stocks. I mean, again, I'm just thinking about like, you know, relativity here. You invert the chart and you just say, okay, the trend's so good, such an uptrend. And look, they're like trying to defend this old level that was like resistance for a while. It's flipping to support. You're putting in the highest lows of this like uptrend. And they're kind of confirming 1 and 2. So like, you know, you can take little swing trades here and it may fail, right? They could easily just do, again, a short squeeze or a long squeeze. They could dump it here, of course, but you have stop losses to protect you. You don't act like, you know, you just protect yourself. You probably don't want to be involved with the asset above 195 if you're short, because there's probably a big short squeeze ongoing, and it's a cancer market, dude. Big cancer market. Trying to scam everyone out. So this may fail easily. But that's like kind of, if you're, you know, in the Patreon Citadel, this is kind of like my explanation for it. Tight stop, whatever, who cares? Yeah, you lose 190, it's a long way down. That's what we do know. Long way down. So we can look at Solana, the same crap. They're holding a support, man. You can't believe it. They lost it, and then huge, almost 6% candle to recapture. Then they're reconfirming 124.65 as support. They're doing it again today, and it's just like unbelievable. And that's like this, the precarious situation for the trader. It's like, what if they do this 135 again? Oh, like they short squeeze everyone here, and then it hits a resistance and then collapses after, and then puts in another lower high. I mean, easily that could happen. They could even do something like this. They could take it to like 142 and then collapse it later. Yeah, welcome to this garbage illiquid market, man. It's not the place. It's not a very good place for the trader. You want liquid markets. You want a lot of people exchanging coins in this market, or you know, in stocks. You want a lot of people exchanging hands. Liquidity. Like that means you have a smaller spread and you're not getting destroyed on that. Tons of fees and garbage in crypto anyway. Your spreads are awful just because the market is so illiquid, such a lack of people participating in this market. There's no wonder why Coinbase last week, they're getting into the poly market, prediction market, and stocks. Yeah, because they know crypto alone will kill them. Them being the facilitator of buy orders and sell orders only in crypto will kill their business model long term. Because look at this market. It's dead. October 10th. We talked about it. Does that matter what they say? Yeah, R. Smith, probably not. Pretty much doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh. Okay. Whatever. Your crypto's broke. Same thing total. We can just look at it and then we'll get out of here. We'll go to stonks. Same thing, right? Like, okay, they broke the bear flag and they're really just like testing the bear flag's level again. And they're testing 3 trillion.
Folded hands emoji.
What's up, Venom, man? Thanks for 420. I really appreciate the contribution. 100% crowdsource stream. Thank you, dude. Like, what I mean, like, okay, yeah, let's short squeeze it because garbage market. CZ can do anything he wants now. He owns the market. That's what he did. He assumed full control of crypto. 1010. So this is bearish price action correlation to multiple levels at the same time today. 3 trillion. Key level. Remember when it was support in June? Yeah, it was support in June. It was the old all-time. Dude, that's crazy what they're doing today.
Buy yourself a Christmas gift and join the Citadel. Christmas tree emoji, dealer's choice.
What's up, Joe? Thank you so much, dude, for the 20 and the advocacy for the Patreon/Citadel. Trade setups, education, access to Supreme Discord, my charts. I'm posting charts every day, updating you on different assets. Thank you, dude, so much for that. Yeah, so how crazy is that, dude? Chat, hello? The old all-time high from November 2021. Remember pictures of potatoes going for $1 million, Decentraland, Meta, or, you know, you had fake landscapes, plots of land going for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and pictures of monkeys, and all the fraud, all these terrible people scamming millions of people. That was it right here. As of today, what they're doing right now, not yesterday, day before, but today, they are formally regarding that level as resistance. That's the data we are receiving right now. And at the same time, that flag, when it had a demand line, it's flipped to supply line at the tip top. I mean, my God, man, that's just, even if it pumped tomorrow, today, that's garbage. That's not great. Like, give me a break, man. In fact, you know what? Never mind. Don't give me a break. We don't care anymore. So there you go. There's your crypto, bro. S&P 500. They gapped it up yesterday. 3-day win streak. Took it to the 4th highest daily candle close ever. And nearing that rectangle top. So you're very close to confirming a partial decline, which would give you an extremely high probability of an imminent breakout of this rectangle. But that hasn't happened yet. It's not close. It's not, it has not happened, right? You have to test 69.20. That is the rectangle top, pretty much. And they might fill the gap first, but just keep that in mind. We have a big potential breakout watch on the S&P 500 futures. Very good to see. Thank you, Tesla, and a few others today. Nvidia had a good 1.5% day, but still hasn't invalidated that head and shoulders pattern yet. But they could be putting in a dragon now, a freaking bullish dragon on Nvidia. It's stupid. All right, in NASDAQ, they gapped it up yesterday. Let's get a gap fill soon. But, you know, the lower high, this is a weaker performance than the S&P itself, because the S&P had a horizontal at the same high. This one had a lower high. They're still putting in that nice higher low. So interesting. What's up, Andrew?
Merry Christmas to all. Thank you, God, for sending baby Jesus.
Live in the chat, baby Jesus, man. Live in the chat, baby Jesus. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Andrew, man. Merry Christmas to you as well, and your family, and everyone else that is your friend. Okay. Thank you, dude. Yeah. That's what happened. It was up yesterday, 0.5% or so. All right. Okay. Dow Jones looking really hot, man. It's not in the same situation as the S&P and the NASDAQ futures. It put in its highest high ever a week ago, and now just, you know, it had a good day. Is that the new day? I can't even see. Yeah, yesterday it was up, you know, about 0.5%, 0.4%. Nearing, I mean, you're so close to all-time highs, and possibly going to recapture this channel here. Really strong trend. I mean, you just got to give it to this trend. After a nice shark pattern, type 1 reaction on the shark. Very strong. Hit a 1.414, and let's see if it continues, man. That's amazing. Small caps also were waking up too today or yesterday, whatever. They've recaptured the all-time high from October with a candle close confirmed. That's very big deal. And obviously back in the channel, super strong trend. And it looks like, I mean, that's a big event. So we might be looking at all-time highs soon again on the Russell 2000 futures. Okay, hype in the chat for the small caps. Very, very good. Okay. Let me show you real quick on the title of the stream. Tesla all-time highs. Let's look at it. Unfortunately, I mean, intraday all-time highs. That is phenomenal. Let's go. Hive in the chat. But they did pull it back in power hour, and it was the second highest daily candle close ever, only second to the December 16th all-time high. So,
Merry Christmas to
good,
all.
man.
Thank you, God, for sending Mitre.
What's up, Sam? Thank you for 420, dude. Thank God for sending you. All right, and everyone else that's in the chat watching the stream still after 8 years of doing this, man. Okay, there's nothing sexy about this at all. No sexiness to this stream. Okay, it is boring. It is dry. It is by the book. No marketing. No YouTube shorts and no lifestyle stuff. Like, man, I mean, you know, being at the Jake Paul fight, there's this guy who's a trader. He's young, and he's got a camera crew around him sitting next to me, and, you know, just doing the videos, the lifestyle videos. And it's like, got the wrapped up Lambo, and it's like, my God, man, that's the game right there. Definitely that's the game. So none of that, because never in a million years did I think I was ever going to live stream. Never going to be on YouTube, ever. Till I was approached one day and taught how to live stream. So, and that's as far as it went. Okay, so I'm in the chat. Tesla, only one of the Mag 7 making an all-time high today, obviously. NVIDIA had a good day. And you got to wonder here, man, is this real? Are they going from head and shoulders to perform miserably?
Facts and strategy.
Andrew, man, thanks for the 5. Facts and strategy. That's what it's about, man. I mean, like, that's, to me, that's sexy, because that's like legit how you can make money. You can be a normal person, invest in yourself, spend some time learning this, and actually like profit off of it. Not get rich quick. It takes a lot of effort and aptitude. You have to be a level of aptitude to understand this stuff. Like, there will be people that will try to learn this stuff for years and it will never click. Some people that will get it for a few weeks and then it'll click for them. And there are people in the middle. But you do have to have there's a prerequisite to IQ and EQ and aptitude to kind of get this stuff. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, okay, well, you just stick with index funds. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'll tell you one thing, effort is mandatory. Lots of effort. Okay, so you think, like, is NVIDIA all of a sudden doing this? The dragon. They broke the supply line, the spine of the dragon. They got the bullish divergence on the daily bullish divergence on NVIDIA. No way. And it's playing out. And they did recapture 183.40, and they did close the traders settled up above that level today. That's kind of crazy. I wonder. Now it's a big, like, dude, they gotta take out 188, and they gotta continue to run here. But remember, we were talking about, like, you're looking at an extremely bearish structure up here on an asset and a godlike uptrend, and it's performing. The head and shoulders performing terribly. We remember we were discussing in extremely crazy uptrends like this, you start seeing bearish patterns, and it's like, okay, maybe we don't take action on it, because who wants to buy puts on NVIDIA? Oh yeah, Michael Burry. But I'm just saying, like, us normies, like more normal people, you're trying to bet against the American economy, the entire stock market. Virtually, this is the largest market cap asset in the world and will continue to be that way for a long time. If you're not trying to, like, short this thing, let's just, if we're identifying bearish consolidation, bearish momentum patterns like the head and shoulders, and we don't want to take action on it, let's see how it performs, because it's performance, right? We understand what performance means. The head and shoulders, the measured move of the structure. If it's able to get 70% of the way to the measured move, I would say that's pretty good performance, meaning that's some sellers in control. It didn't even come close to that. It barely did anything before it started before sellers began to show that they were exhausted. What are you talking about? Right, measure move here.
Gomi tipped $25.
Look
Hey
on
Mitch,
that.
can we take a look at RE Weekly? Looking at Butterfly Type 2, thank you.
Thanks
Much
so much.
love.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Yeah, look at, all right. Look at, all right. Thanks. Right, so you're talking about like, okay, if like maybe we're getting to 153 or the 200 fast, like, okay, that means maybe the sellers have assumed control of the asset. But dude, all they're doing is like, only losing 5% of its value from breaking that slanted neckline after a bunch of bearish back tests too. That should be doom. That should be, you're going way lower now after that. But that, it just turned into a, kind of the same low with that divergence. And they took it into the bearish control zone for the first time since September, and immediate rejection back into the neutral zone on the RSI. In fact, the highest RSI today since November 11th. So you just gotta wonder, is it gonna be like what we saw back here when that head and shoulders was so perfect? It was slanted as well, and it just didn't perform. Immediate bids and then made a higher high and validated the pattern, then the rectangle with a partial decline, and then was gone. So I'm hoping that's the case. You know, if we're in the movie, Michael Burry has to pay. He has to be you know, with his puts, he has to be getting calls and death threats for being short on Nvidia, and he has to be going crazy, losing his mind, screaming with Metallica playing. So far, it's been too smooth of a ride for him. So we need higher first, don't we? I think so. But yeah, just interesting. Just very interesting. Like, it's a very educational chart because you can identify a bearish pattern, extremely bullish trend, and we got to pay attention to its performance. And its performance can indicate to us what's really going on. Anyway, let's go to Google. That had a terrible day a couple days ago. It's already starting to rally again. If you remember, I think it broke the flag, possibly. Yeah, it did break down. But look what they've done,
Mitch.
man.
Thanks for all you do for us.
Hey, Ron, get back to class, dude. Thanks to 886. The deep retrace. The Jesus retrace contribution, dude. Thank you for watching and give me a chance, man. Thank you, dude. Okay, so Google up almost 1% today. Wow, what a comeback. How they recaptured this little channel, held it, and wow. Such a trend, man. This was a, right, talk about TA respect. This is one of the best trades of the year, for sure. Google, 170, 173 entry. Got us to 250, that final target, and continued to the 2618 fib extension, man. Unfreaking real. So just up there, still very strong. Amazon, very interesting. I wonder, I just don't know if they're gonna give it to us, 216, what we would want. Sometimes they can put in a type 2 return that's a higher low. I'm not sure though. Like, if anything, maybe, I don't know if there's any signal, but you could, you know, you have that 100% allocation, and you can start incrementally adding maybe like 3% of the 100% every day, and it continues to draw down. You really start looking for a larger allocation as close to 216 as possible with a stop below 213. Maybe that's the only way to play it right now, because I just don't know if they're going to give us 216. They might just put in a too higher of a low before running it higher, because I do kind of like this up here. All this bullish consolidation. Yeah. Meta still just can't break the 200-day simple moving average. 3 days in a row of testing that 200. Still a well-established downtrend, but if they wanted to take things to the extreme, they could take it all the way up to like $700, and it'd still be in the downtrend. It'd be the overbought threshold of the downtrend. You could take it to 691, the old low from July, but up 0.41% today. So pretty much flat, and that's about it. Okay, Microsoft. They're trying to, I mean, is that a Gartley? Pretty close to a Gartley. It would be so crazy. It's hard to trust, but it would be the most insane thing ever. 618, lower high on the C, and then my God, dude, it is a literal Gartley. Like, you could look at this on a lesser time scale. Look at the 4 hour here. I bet it looks insane. Oh my God. What a Gartley on Microsoft. What? After that back test of the July 2024 peak, they wouldn't let it get tested again on the 16th. So we'll see what this turns into. It's kind of interesting, right? Little bitty 4-hour Gartley. It was down today, 0.2%. No big deal. All right. We'll pay attention to the Zagartley at the 200-day simple moving average. Wild. Okay. Apple, worst performer of the 7. Big yikes, man. Lowest daily candle close confirmed since, shoot, November 20th. Dang, we're talking 1 month lows. You might be looking for 260. Losing that beautiful channel too. Yikes. Yeah, 260 might be the target here if they're going to really take it lower. Okay, that's the 7, man. The Mag 7s. My God, dude, the quantum computing, QBTS, what a freaking pump, man. Unbelievable. Highest daily close since November 3rd. 20%. I guess the bubble is not over. That dead cat bounce was beautiful, though. And then they took it down to that old swing high. And then you did get a beautiful reversal right there. Bullish hammer doji. I mean, that is definitely with the candles like on both sides. It is gorgeous. RGTI, same stuff. Underperformed QBTS, but that's maybe what they're trying to do here. You can't. Oh my God, dude. Possibly confirming a bottom here after they did at the lows of what we saw 21st November. That old high flipped to support and they couldn't test it again this month. So do we have a double bottom in the midst of being painted on RGTI? There could be a nice retrace. Think about how we would Fibonacci from that hanging man reversal that was godlike to the low. Think about if they wanted to retrace it, and then it could still be over. The bubble could still be done, but they could maybe. I mean, golden zone, $35 to $44. You got to wonder on RGTI here if they're trying to double bottom this thing. Okay. Gosh dang, man, that's wild. So that means like from where it is right now after a 13% day, they could take it like 30 to 64% upside, and it's just a common retrace. Wow. I'm gonna pay attention to. I wonder, dude, they're printing money, man. They're debasing the currencies like crazy now. We got quantitative easing ongoing. I can't be that surprised, man, if you get a retrace. It's just a common retrace. Oh. Good God, these Micron hitting all-time highs on Micron. Got all these miners doing crazy stuff too, the gold miners. American Airlines. Come on, bro. It was a generational bottom in the 11s to 12s. Generational. Not even kidding. Because of the size of that structure in the monthly time scale where it was identified highest daily close since February. Amazing. Yeah, a lot of green today. Not too many crazy pumps, but stuff like New Gold. I mean, that is, I believe, an all-time high. Is it? No, not an all-time. Sorry, it was the highest level since March 2013. So we're talking like 12-year plus highs on a gold miner. CDE, Coer mining. Starting to go again, quite possibly. Could go for a gap fill at $22. Let's look at the all right, off track. Let's look at the bonds. Let's look at TLT real quick. Bro. Fed's buying bonds. No one cares. No one cares. I mean, like pretty much. I mean, I know it's rival the price from December 12th. Pretty much one of the lowest levels closes since September 4th. Multi-month lows pretty much on TLT and all below the key inflection zone. Very bad. What's going on with bonds? People just buying metals instead. Pretty easy. And yields obviously flip that. DXY and the US dollar currency index. Nice. This is what you want to see if you want metals to continue higher. A lot of risk on to continue higher. 15 seconds till this closes. Almost a bearish engulfing candle, but they gapped it lower, so it's not technically. 5 seconds till your daily close in crypto and the DXY. There it is. Bitcoin, big nothing burger. There it is. A confirmed test of the supply line that goes back to October on Bitcoin's downtrend here. And that's about it. They couldn't break it. Not yesterday. Maybe today they will. Again, there could always be a short squeeze in this disgusting trend. Ethereum, they held the level. They defended 3K. Unbelievable. Maybe we're going to be good here. Maybe not. Bad trend. But at supports, they're holding supports. They're confirming supports are being held. And that is always a chance of a short squeeze in that situation. So XRP, they did it, man. CZ and his goons and his bots, they did defend the level again. Of course they did. It can never be perfect. It always has to be controversial. It always has to look like it's about to end. And by the time the daily candle closes, nah, they've defended it. And the traders have settled up at or above it. Have fun with this market, man. Crypto is ugh. And then same thing with Solana. Yes, they have continued to defend supports for now. That's it. Okay, you're look on the 8s. So anyway, we had a couple requests. I'm gonna try to look at these and then get some food. I'm starving, man. It's good to see you, chat. Yeah, no, I'm hitting the volume for the music because I wanted to annoy you, R. Smith. Yeah, TNDM was great, man. We can look at it. Diabetes. Yeah, it was the highest daily candle close on TNDM since May 20th. Been running. I just don't be surprised though if a pullback does occur. It's not going to be that surprising. You are up against the resistance at 24 bucks, man. It can happen. I mean, that was a huge run in a very short period of time. I mean, right since the entry, I think it's like 60% since that entry. So do not be surprised if some sort of pullback did happen up against the resistance from May. If you pull back, it will be probably pretty common and normal. Imagine if they did this, they round tripped it. They do, oh, and then all of a sudden, oh, inverse head and shoulders. Like, don't be surprised, man. Don't get mad if a setup gets posted and the asset in like a month or 6 weeks goes up 60+%. What do you want? Like lack. What do you want from me? If it gets posted, it's patience, patience, patience. And then overnight it goes up 100%, another day 120% in 2 days. What do you, and then it begins to bleed out for weeks and then a couple months, and now it's like lost half its value from the $10 top. What do you want from me? Like, do you want it to just go to 100 immediately? It can't. It's not how these markets work. So you're going to get ebbs and flows, and it's just been flowing. We've been fortunate sons, it's been flowing. So anyway, these requests real quick. Let's see here. Okay. First request was PLG. PLG, bro. Platinum Group Metals. And doing fine. Underperforming the crap out of Platinum Spot itself, but Nevertheless, this is a long-term thing. Composite man. This is beyond long-term, man. This has been range bound since I started live streaming 8 years ago, bro. But guess what? Good stuff lately with the highest low in November, and they're running it. It was up 3.3% today, but it's up against a resistance support, a resistance from 2017, or support from 2018, resistance from 2020, resistance from 2022. It's a very real level. It's not going to be easy to break, but eventually you think if what's going on is real, the sign of strength back up. If they can just confirm a price above 336, I think eventually PLG is going to see 537 to 583, the top of the harmonic here. That's it, man. Use your patience. Owning this is fine. You want exposure to platinum, PLG? All right. That's the higher low, dude. This is the weekly. I think given enough time, they can bring it back down to $2. It's fine. But eventually $5+ and then maybe even $7 after that. You never know. Like this could be a, let's go to the monthly. Look at the monthly. It could literally just be a massive double bottom in the making, like an Ethereum. Remember Ethereum in 2020? Like imagine just, yeah, 633 target here. PLG, bro, on the monthly. Yeah, nice bullish divergence on the RSI. That's for sure. Look like you got the lowest low, and then you got the same low, and you got extremely higher levels on the freaking monthly. Guess what? Bullish control zone on the monthly. That's amazing. You would be targeting on the monthly, probably, just being real, $6, $6.40. Top of the potential double bottom. Confirmed double bottom. If they ever break 643, this could take 18 months, 2 years to play out. But that's your PLG. Pretty freaking hot, huh? Yes. Something to think about, man. Really. Hard to find stuff like this, yeah. Still don't know what Emily Beeswax meant by LEA Arthur. LEA? LEA, like Elastics? Invella Corporation? For real? Ah, yeah, whatever this is. Specialty stores. What a breakout. Certainly, but the range, right? It's all about the range, and you broke out. Yeah, huge breakout on this one. See it right there? It's the last place that would have made any sense was 360, maybe $5. But yeah, a breakout. If you want me to target, all I can do is Fibonacci from the high to low of the range, and it hit a 1414 fib extension. This is the monthly, by the way. So you're hitting targets. Set 1692 would be your golden mean ratio. So what you would want probably over the course of the next 6 months is some sort of pullback and check back, and then you go higher. But so far, there's not really much action you can take. This is insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months in a row of just moon. You're talking the asset went up 187% in 122 days. That is no strategy here. It is an impulse mode. It is the people that were able to identify maybe on the monthly some sort of 1 and 2 confirmation low here. They're the ones getting paid, especially the ones down here. You got a confirmation low at key supports. The time to be requesting this was in 2019. Okay, or maybe in June of last year. But other than that, no other way to strategize. Just gone. ELA. Invella Corporation, hive in the chat. Monthly. Okay, let's look at the next one. I think that was a request. I'm not sure, though. Roll Tide. Dealer's choice. Joe? Dealer's choice. It's gonna be a tough one, man. You just can't like find all these crazy good ones all the time. These like music stop too, of course. Give me a moment, man. Dealer's choice is not easy. You think it is. Interesting. This isn't maybe something that's actionable yet, but let's look at Mosaic Company, agricultural chemicals, been beaten down so hard, but all of a sudden you can see in the end, just like that, bullish bat pattern, and it's perfect. Perfect little bullish bat pattern. They're trying to do stuff at the 886, aren't they? Is the bat pattern type 1 reaction territory, but also up against some major support zone. Swing lows back from 2016. You can see there, right? Support, 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 resistance, support, pump, pullback, now the M shape. And it's like you wonder, got anything here? Maybe not yet, but it's just one to keep your eye on, maybe start monitoring, because at some point we'll get a type 1 if it's going to be a Kang man one day, right? But what we want is something like this and something like this. We get that, then all of a sudden we have exactly what we need for a pristine trade setup. See, if you do something like that, you get this, and then this, and then this. And when you get a type 2 return like that on an M shape, you want your RSI to look just like this. The type 2 return with undeniable bullish divergence and oversold conditions. That would be the dream of all dreams for us on Mosaic. So this is dealer's choice, by the way. So it's not actionable quite yet. People can take longs on type 1 reactions, but understand you have no idea when this type 1 reaction, if it will even play out, first off. And if it does, you have no idea when it will conclude its run before running back for a second test. And if the second test in the future ends up being successful, you get that divergence. It becomes extremely actionable. You're at the level where it is optimum. It's very easy to manage risk with entries and stop losses that are strategic. And you understand at that point, your upside potential is maximum. So that is something to maybe pay attention to. Continue to monitor the situation on Mosaic, okay? Again, though, it might be March. March 2026 before this thing actually plays. But I'm just showing you what you want, not what's going to happen. What you want for an edge, a true edge. We're talking greater than a 50% chance of a positive outcome. This is what you would look for. Okay? Type in the chat. If that makes any sense. Maybe not, dude. Probably not. Of course. There you go, Joe. Thank you, dude. ARRY. Array Technologies. Oh, very nice. Yeah, lots of accumulation with key levels. But now it's starting to run. We've been here before. Yeah, back in 2020, August. Good back test. Yeah. Holding on, man. And all the higher low, the trend's your friend now, right? Higher highs, higher lows consecutively. But again, that's great, right? But is it actionable right now? Can someone manage their risk optimally where it is currently the date of the request? No. you're looking for back tests of key levels. And if you wanted like the lowest risk area ever, you're looking to long as close to 550 as possible. One of these swing lows here. And if not, okay, the pullback to the 200, pull back to 641, another swing low from 2022. They got close to it, as close as possible. Now it's running. Now it's far removed from any support level, right? We just looked at the other one, Mosaic, and it's like, this is where the optimum entry is, because if you're the closer you are to a support, the easier it is to strategically set up stop losses, entries, and know how much upside you have if it does start rallying off that level. Now we're far removed from those inflection points. But yeah, nevertheless, uptrending. You probably plot a channel. It's a beautiful channel here. Oh yeah, I mean upside. You still they can take 1230 up to 1270, and it's still going to be remaining in this uptrends parameters. Key resistance support up there. I mean that's probably your target eventually. There gonna be pullbacks. There'll probably be another higher low. If you ever want to take advantage of it, you'd probably be looking for something like this. And then as close to 750 as possible, the demand line and the horizontal line back from 2024, like that's what you would want if you wanted to try to strategize an entry. Up here, it's kind of crazy. It's like you have high risk because they could pull it back a lot, and you'd be underwater immediately trying to buy right now. Up 6% today, so it's your array. Nice uptrend. Nice, dude. All right, that was the last request. So, been live now for an hour and 15 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button below the sub. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much, chat. I'm sure metals will pull back. Yeah, they're about to. Gold's not. Gold's up 0.5%. Gold's at all-time highs. I'm speaking to you, chat. Freaking what? They're hitting the top of this channel now. Or not yet. You're not even actually hitting it yet. Take it like 44.72. But that is wild. Gold is still tearing it up. Asia, non-stop bidding. Oh, man. Sorry, dude. I'm wiped out. There you go, G-Dog. Volume picking up. Well, I mean, someone can, again, they can take type 1 reaction longs if they want. It's just a riskier trade. And your upside potential is a lot more nebulous, right? Yeah. Let's go, Jacob G. What's up, dude? Anyway, my God, dude, I might start doing static videos. I don't know. It's getting depressing. Okay, even looking at the live chat now, I don't have to do it anymore. So thanks for coming out. Hope you have a Merry Christmas, man. Like, we're back to 2019 levels of irrelevance YouTubing. So thanks for coming out. Merry Christmas. Have a good one. Wait up. Wow, AJ Productions, let's freaking go, dude. Jesus Chimes. I don't know what's not playing. Merry Christmas, my good man. Let me reread that for you. Nice, dude. That was a very late contribution. Thank you, dude. He says, "Merry Christmas, my good man. God bless you and your loved ones. Love from the man who voiced it's time for Power Hour." Thank you so much. It's Power Hour, man. You king, dudes.
Hello,
what
Mitch.
are you doing?
Can you take a look at SDGR and OBSI? Thank you.
Why so late? I don't understand. Hour and 15 minutes. You get these contributions in earlier. So, like, you know, when I'm depressed at the end of the stream from no chat, no viewership, like, Good God. Thank you, AJ Productions. Really appreciate it, man. Very, very grateful for the 100 out of left field. And then AG comes in like late as F. Schrodinger. Been here before. Oh, it hit a range bottom. I don't see a structure locally, but it was up 10% today. That's great. Yeah, great. Range. You want a second test. You always do. Price action's been garbage, man. It's been really tough down here. And scalpers came in, they bid it up, defended the level, and it's just kind of pumping. Yeah. I'm just saying, if you ever want an edge on an asset, you want it to come down for a second test. Even locally, you get a test like that with a higher low. That's what you would want, the best setup for a long. If you could have it. It may never happen. I'm just saying, if you wanted the greatest chance of success with the best entry, with the tightest stop, you want something that you want it to look like that on Schrodinger. Okay.
Soul music in the mix. Give a better sound to your life.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for everything you did this year, brother. Bird up.
Thank you, Straver, the 420 man. Kings, dude. Thank you for watching and all the support, bro. Everyone who does support and watches, thank you all. Okay. Abski. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good one. This is a good one. Yeah, very good one right here. Oh yeah. Look, man, close you are though to $3. The easier it is. So it's like, man, you really wish we could have been getting this requested in November sometime, right? But that didn't happen. It's being requested when it's up almost 9% today. But that's the level. That's the easiest, most optimum area to enter around 3. So what am I supposed to do now? I mean, you could try to put a stop at 330, but what if it like pulls back and does something like this, and it's an even more beautiful setup, the most optimum entry you could dream of at $3 right here, if it ever did that. But it may not do that, and that's what sucks. You're close. It was amazing just a month ago, 3 weeks ago, but now it's starting to separate itself from that really pristine entry level. I love the higher lows coming in. I love that. And there, guess what? There was a freaking shark. There was a shark of sorts. Right here. Yeah. Okay, look at that shark pattern. Yeah, you see, you do this as a type 2 return of the shark. That would be amazing. That's what I would want on Abski if I could get it. You may never get it. I understand. But this isn't about like, where's it going next? It's about what would we want if we wanted the best chance for success? A pullback and one more test to 294 to $3 in the highest low of this like kind of accumulation that we're starting to see. Okay. AG, I don't know if you're still here, man, but thanks so much for the 40, bro. All right. AJ Productions, thanks so much for the freaking 100. Straight thanks to the 420. Again, thank y'all. I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, and I'll be thinking about y'all. Okay, I'll see you on the Discord. Till next time, once again, respect the T. A.